Praise the Lord. How y'all like my Bruce Lee shirt? I've had this shirt for years, man. Wow. People stay the same, man. Yes, they do, and years pass by, they stay the same. And you wonder why you're still the same. Good or bad, man, it's a shame that people stay the same. How many more years you gonna waste? You're catching cases, man. What you're facing, man. People stay the same. Love you. I find it very strange why people stay the same for years. Then they try to get in shape after drinking a million beers. But people stay the same. I find myself wondering, how can you stay the same? It's a shame. Lord of mercy and patois. How people can stay the same. Now I can see you staying the same from 11 to 15 years of age, 16 to 18 years of age. But to stay the same from 22 to 40 is a waste. That's 18 years you cannot get back. But think about a person or people. I'm not judging, but I can examine the fruit. Just like when I go in the produce section, I'm not judging the fruit, I'm examining the one that I want to take. So y'all need to take this examination. You know, one time, my dad had got my hood report. I had been in a shootout. I think I was about 16. And word I got back to him that I had been in a shootout. I was in the car, and somebody shot at us in the car, and we shot back. And I was about 15, 16. And I was praying, Lord, don't let my mom find out, because I didn't care about my dad hearing about it, but he actually heard about it first. So the next day I was leaving out the house. He said, hey, let me holler at you. I said, yeah, Papa. I said, yeah, Papa, what's up? He said, I want to talk to you. I said, I knew what he wanted to talk to me, but I could see it in his eyes. His bottom lip was quivering. And he started talking, and I said, I know. And he stopped talking. And every time he tried to say something, Carrie, I said, I know. So I kept trying to walk off, and he reached for me and was talking to me. And I said, Pop, I know. He said, damn it, you don't know. He said, and if you don't hear me, you'll never know. Now, if he had said, pay attention, or damn it, listen, I would have shut down. So we have to learn how to handle people with care. We have to have an introduction. We have to have a body. And we have to wrap it up with a conclusion. So if my papa, and I love him, I miss him, didn't have a proper introduction, I might have shut down if he would have said, listen, or pay attention. Now, had I been younger, although I was a teen, and he said, pay attention or listen, I was 8 or 9 years old, that would have been more than appropriate, because listen and pay attention shouldn't hurt my feelings at 8 years of age. But how many of us should have paid attention? Watch this, baby. How many of us could have listened years ago, or months or weeks ago? Because you see, if we don't pay attention, listen on this side of youth, later on, young man or young lady, you're going to pay. Because guess what? When you could have paid attention or listened. See, after a certain age, it's hard to grow. After a certain age, it's hard to exercise. After a certain age, it's hard to apprehend and comprehend and learn. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. And that is so true. It ain't that he can't learn a new trick. He may not learn a new trick because of his or her age. So we have to pay attention and listen young, and not be browbeat in relationships or marriages. But then there's this disease. There's this inert inherited disease called non-teachable, or a person is unable to teach. There's a difference between being uneducated, illiterate, and unteachable. And that's where I'm going. When you are unteachable, you know, I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I watch documentaries and I keep up with modern, you know, current events and so forth in a veiled effort to stay current and to teach, or hip-hop. And there's a whole lot of killing, a whole lot of murdering and raping going on all across this land. And when I'm unfortunate to be watching the news and I come across a story, a true murder, or eyewitness news about a young lady that's lost her life, or a young man. Most of the time it's a lady, it's a woman, it's a girl, it's a teenager, it's a young girl, a young lady, a woman. And I ask myself, not to indict anybody, but I pray your conviction. I do. I wonder how many people told that youngin', stop running through the woods in your drawers. Stop running all out in the woods with spandex on and no panties, and stop running in the forest scantily clad. Stop running, and you ain't got on no jeans, you don't have on no suit or armor, you don't have on something made out of titanium, you have on spandex, running in the unknown in the wilderness, and some homeless thug, some homeless monster, some drug-fueled or drug-enraged man, some rapist, some murderer is laying out there in the same woods in heat. So I ask myself, as I cry, oftentimes I do, I wonder if somebody said to this young woman or this young girl or this lady or this sister, hey, stop running in the woods with spandex and shorts on and booty shorts and so forth. Hey, stop going on that dark path. You 68 pounds. How much more do you have to walk? As I leave this beat, I just wonder how many people would be alive if they would have paid attention when they were young. If they would have listened when they were young. Because we shouldn't have to pay attention and listen after a certain age. I'm sorry. It just don't make no sense. You 40 years old and your wife saying, hey, listen, pay attention. Are you 9 years of age? It's all about the introduction. It's all about the presentation. As I leave this beat, but I still wonder why people don't seem to change and rearrange. And I know the answer, and it hurts me. It's because they didn't pay attention or listen, Carrie, when they were young. Now, it might not hurt you when you're young, but if it hurts you when you're young, it's going to hurt you when you're old and older. The young girl who didn't listen to mama got a baby now and got poverty on the horizon and in her pocketbook and her pocket mind and all. The young man that quit school and now he's selling pharmaceuticals on the streets with babies everywhere. I wonder why people stay the same. Pay attention, listen, and I'm wondering, man, what is going on, man? And why you're not strong, but you weak, man? You didn't pay attention, and this is deep, man. People stay the same because they didn't pay attention, listen when they were young. You can't get in shape after 400 pounds. You can't get in shape after 300 pounds. It's going to be hard. You're going to need gastric bypass and all this other stomach stapling and stuff. The older we get, the harder it is to make a comeback. So it would behoove you, and I beseech thee. I don't beg you, I beseech thee, and it would behoove you. Y'all gotta start paying attention and listening when you're young. Because when you get older and old, it ain't gonna happen. Dead plants can't eat. Ghosts don't eat. Dead plants can't eat. Trees die from the bottom up. By the time the top of the tree realize that the tree is dead, the tree will come falling down in the forest. We better start paying attention and listening before it hurts us in the end. I'll be back. Peace. One.